What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. That would be awesome. Hit that like button as well, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can see when I upload. Now, I'm trying to do Pro Clubs videos every Wednesday night. That is the plan, and so far it's working pretty well. Now, I'm going to show you different builds throughout those weeks as well, and I'm also going to show you our clubs, our goals from our club games. Basically, we're just getting to grips with the game. We haven't played clubs for a few years, as I said previously. We're just getting back into the swing of things, and you're going to hear a lot of screaming, shouting, complaining, moaning. We are all older guys. We are all above an average age for gaming, so for us, we're probably playing a lot of kids, to be fair, but we're just having a bit of fun with it. So excuse the language, excuse the really bad banter, but it is what it is. And well, then again, you might like that type of thing. If you like that type of thing, then you're in the perfect place. But yeah, we're just here to have a laugh. We're not here to be the best pro clubs team in the world. We're just here for a bit of fun, a bit of laugh, and to make people smile. That's all we're interested in. So yeah, we have a few nice goals amongst this. We have some nice gameplay as well. We have some really nice tiki-taka. Each of us has a different build, so you will see that we have a magician, a finisher, a midfielder, a DM. We have all types of players in this squad, and we're all changing and interchanging as well, which is pretty nice. So we're also not a team that quits. We will play the full 90 minutes, even if we're 20-0 down. We will play the full 90 minutes because we're idiots, and we don't want to quit. So there you go. If this is the thing for you, I think that deserves a like. But again, I'm biased, so I'm going to say that, aren't I? But yeah, you can kind of see here the build that I've got is I've gone from a magician last week to a finisher this week, and it has the chip shot plus, which you can kind of see there is a very, very nice chip shot stroke volley goal. Um, when you're going to see the end of this video, you're going to see that I'm now a gold card, not silver. Just keep moving it forward. Don't forget to use the consumable cards as well, because they do make a difference in terms of leveling up. But the quickest way to level up is scoring goals or assisting and winning the games, and that is the best way you're going to get. Well, that is the quickest way to get points, especially attribute points. Each level you go up, you get around about 63 attribute points. If you couple that up with a consumable card, where you get 1.5 extra, you can pretty much level up each individual card pretty quickly. Within 5 or 6 games, you can level them up quite nicely, especially to level 25, which is where you want to be.
That's right.
Yeah, as I was saying, I am a finisher in this game mode. So, but I'm gonna go to a midfield. I think. Yeah, if everybody's happy in the clubs, I'm going to move on to a midfielder next. But again, I'll talk to you about that towards the end of the video, where I've set it all up, and you'll see my body type, the specializations that I'm using, the play styles that I'm using, etc., etc. So we'll move forward. If you want to know about anybody else in the clubs, the way they have their players set up, let me know. I can get their builds as well. But we are all very much different in our play styles. We're all very much different in our builds. So we have one teammate that is going to be his actual height, 180 centimeters. We're going to have another teammate that's going to be slightly smaller. We all play differently. We don't look at other people's, we look at our own. So that's how we do it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to show you how I'm going to set up. So if you guys watched the last video, you'll notice that on the pro club side of things, I did a magician, which was inspired by Ronaldinho, and you can see we got into a level 50, and we have some really nice play styles on this card. However, the magician is more for um, assisting, setting up your opponent, setting up your teammates, should I say, and kind of being that playmaker, that pivot between midfield and forward, if you like. And I don't know how you guys want to play. That is my niche. That is where I prefer to play. However, I did say to you guys that I was going to run through each individual list as and when we got to it. And we're now moving forward, and we're now moving on to a finisher. Now you can see here it's inspired by Alex Morgan. Now what I've done is I've used my points slightly differently. So let me show you what I mean by that. So of course we used the composure, we used the ball control, and we used reactions to try and get the play style, which was in this one a chip shot. So the specialization was a finisher, inspired by, like I say, Alex Morgan. The ultimate finish possesses a killer instinct in front of goal, beast when one-on-one with the keeper. No look finish to shoot it back to goal in the box to gain a short boost to shot power, finishing and balancing. Now, if you've watched the gameplay clips, you will see that I have that when I'm in and around the box. And also we got a nice chip shot as well, which is pretty decent. So the body type for this, we're using 5'10", 176 pound. It's kind of the middle ground between being super small and super tall. I don't score many headed goals, so therefore I don't want to be overly too big, but I also want to be able to have the sprint speed and the strength and the power to get forward, which you would have seen in the gameplay clips. So my base attribute values are, acceleration is 85. Agility, I'm not too fussed because I'm not a dribbler, I'm a finisher. Balance is pretty decent. Jumping, again, I'm not that type of person to score a lot of headed goals. So that is why we've set her up, or set my character up this way. So we have obviously the chip shot, which is nice. We have also the first touch. So that means that we can trap the ball slightly quicker and move off a little bit faster as well, which is what you want in kind of a finisher. And we have 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. And that is pretty much it for the build on that one. Now, I am scoring a lot of goals with this setup, which is what we want. There's not much more to say, but when you look at the statistics, so if you look at me as a finisher, you will see match average is 31.7 passes, 21.4 tackles, 4.3 shots per game, matches played 19, player of the match 3, assists 7, goals scored 20. Now that is what you want. So that is averaging a goal a game, which isn't bad for a club like ours because we're not the best on the planet by far, but we are average gamers, so therefore that's pretty good for us. And if I switch you to where we had the magician, you can kind of see 59 matches, 40 goals scored. The match averages are slightly less, but you can kind of see match form as well. Match form was it was a bit hit and miss compared to the finishing side of things, is where I'm more aiming for. So you can kind of see we last game was 9.8, then it was a 10 at 8.4, 9.8, 7, 7.4, 8.8. So you can kind of see my average, but you can see that I was a better finisher than I was a magician, which is unfortunate because I wanted to be that magician. I wanted to be that playmaker in this team, but unfortunately it is what it is. So yeah, that is the two forwards. We are going to move on to play with the next one, I think. In actual fact, no. I think because I've done now two forwards, I'm going to move on to a midfielder. So I'm going to move on to a recycler, like I say. So I'm going to build a CDM, and there's enough of us in clubs now to actually see if this is going to work or not. And again, I'll probably do 2 in the midfield and then 2 in the defence, like I said before. But that is where we're at on that one. I have got a card there, but I can't use it on this build. Because once you hit a certain level, it says there, look, this can't be applied to your active archetype is above level 25. So I do have a card there that I can use moving forward. I quite fancy a recycler. Then moving on to something like a maestro. I might even do a maestro next. I might unlock that one next and do that. I have enough coins to do that, so I will do that. Let me know what you think in the comments what I should do next. Should I carry on and build another forward, or should I go to a midfielder? Let me know in the comments what you think, because it'd be pretty nice to hear your opinions. So there's my card there. It looks pretty nice. It is a good finisher. Almost level 31. Obviously, the more goals and games you win, the more attribute points you get, so that is the quickest way of doing that. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, but it's definitely worth hitting that notification bell and hitting the subscribe, I think, just to see how we're getting on. Even if nothing else, you just have a laugh listening to us old guys talk a load of nonsense and scream and shout at playing pro clubs when we hit and miss the goals. So yeah, definitely give that a go. And until next week, everybody take care and look after themselves.